Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to another edition of Friday Hangout on Circle of Cricket. It's great to see all of you once again on a wonderful Friday. We have again our stars on the show, familiar faces as you guys would know. Let's just say hi to them quickly. Imam Sharif,
Hi Pankaj, hello guys.
wonderful to see you again. Imam, great. We have Mridul as well joining us on the show today. Mridul, hi.
Hi Pankaj bhai.
Wonderful, great. And we have all the way from Mohali, we have Puneet Soni. Puneet,
हाय पंकज भाई.
क्या हाल चाल?
बढ़िया सर बढ़िया.
बहुत बढ़िया, excellent. And we have the Rohit Sharma lookalike on our show. Rohit, I mean, sorry, Sunny.
Hi Pankaj bhai.
Wonderful, great, great. Now that we've said hello to everybody, let's just get started with the conversation then. Guys, we've had a fantastic week of IPL cricket. We've had some unbelievable matches, and I know that initially when we started the show before we went on air, we said that we want to discuss today's match. But before we get to that, I think there are two unbelievable, amazing matches to discuss. Obviously, for two very very different reasons, and very different. The games were very different to each other. But let's just get started with the match that just happened last night. Sunrisers Hyderabad taking on Rajasthan Royals. A lot was said about the 160 being a pass score, and Rajasthan Royals getting SRH out in 134. Everybody thought, oh, it's going to be a cakewalk. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sidhu got his prediction wrong. First time on the post show of the IPL show. So interesting match, great match. I would love to hear thoughts from everybody, but first, you know who I'm going to. For obvious reasons, the man from the biryani land, Imam Sharif.
Yeah, Pankaj, delighted. I think I can't be more happy. A great performance once again. I think this team, Pankaj, should ensure that they score only 135, 140 in every game, because when they seem to do that, they seem to play with an extra spirit and they believe in themselves and they dive around and they save a lot of stuff. Whereas if they score high, I think some reason they do not bowl well. So, but jokes apart, I think they really did well yesterday, Pankaj. And before I could talk in detail, I just want to thank you and Circle of Cricket for giving the opportunity for all of us to interact with the likes of Daleston and Irfan Pathan one day before the game. Just the other day we spoke to them, and not just them, but a lot of cricketers coming on the show. So thank you so much for that. I think, guys, you should tune in and get a chance as we are doing right now. The only way it will happen if you come and talk like we do on this show. All right, coming back, Hyderabad is a team to reckon with, Pankaj, if they continue to do this. Just that they need to get their batting order sorted, and if they do that, they will be the team to beat.
Wonderful. Okay. First of all, my pleasure, Imam, for providing this platform and opportunity to everyone, all of us cricket fans. I'm a massive fan, as you know. So yes, it was great. I mean, I was there on the show with you, Imam. It was great talking to Dale and Irfan. And just before the day, maybe that's the kind of kick they needed from us to go on and put up that kind of a performance that they did. Before we talk in detail, let me just try and say hello to two of our newcomers who've just joined in the show, Jacob and Yahya. Guys, are you there? Can you say hi?
Hello.
Jacob, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Where are you coming in from, Jacob?
I actually live in UK right now. I came for my vacations over here. I actually live in
Fantastic.
Pune
Fantastic,
currently.
Jacob. Jacob, we're talking about yesterday's match. Did you see the match between Hyderabad and Rajasthan?
I'm not following IPL right now, but then I'm interested in knowing it. I don't have a TV in UK right now.
No problem. So just just stay on the show. We will talk
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
about
sure.
these things, and you'll get to hear a lot more from the other participants, and probably will help you follow IPL better. Okay, let me just quickly move on to Sunny. Sunny, are you there? Sunny, unmute yourself and just give us your quick thoughts on yesterday's match.
I think yesterday's brilliant match, the way SRH pulled. I'm really impressed with Deepak Kumar, and the whole team I'm really impressed, except batting, because when they score 134, I thought that they were almost 30 to 40 runs are 30 to 40 runs short. But when they came to bowl, I think it's awesome to see them bowling, and it's almost they were the
Great, great, great. Thank you, Sunny, for that feedback. Wonderful. Yes, I mean, okay. Before I move on, it just seems like Saif Ali Khan's avatar from a movie called Hum Tum has just joined us on the show today. The Tom Cruise look. Keshav Huria, what's going on with you, man? Are you all right? Are you like electrocuted or somebody did something to you? What's happening, man?
Whatever I am just better than you at least.
Why? Because I don't have any hair.
Yeah, maybe.
That's such an old joke, man. Come on, you can do better than that. I
No,
thought you were more qualified to do that.
it's not a joke. I'm just making you face the reality.
As if I wasn't aware of it. But okay, anyways, thank you for that revealing thoughts. I'm enlightened right now. But Keshav, going back to cricket now, yesterday's match. You give us your quick thoughts on your yesterday's match.
I saw the highlights. Actually, I was busy with something else. So when I saw the highlights, of course, I didn't expect Rajasthan to fail in that chase because 135 it's kind of a tricky target against such a bowling attack. But given the batting lineup of Rajasthan, people like Shane Watson, Rahane, Steve Smith, and all, I thought that they might do it within like 18th, 19th over. But the way they faltered, credit has to be given to the Sunrisers bowling, especially Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who led the attack really well. Normally Dale Steyn would do the job for them, but this time, good to see an Indian bowler doing it. So yeah, they deserve to.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Keshav. Guys, now that we've heard, from most of us, what their quick thoughts were on the match, let's just dive a little more into detail. Yesterday, while watching the show, and even the pre and post match shows, everybody kept talking about that this is the par score is around 160, 165, and when they got out, or when Hyderabad team got out in 134, everybody was saying, even the experts were saying that they were probably like 30 runs short, and it's going to be a cakewalk, walk in the park or whatever, whatnot was said. Do you think, Mridul, let me go to you first. Mridul, do you think that that somehow everybody, even the experts, got it wrong when it came to reading the conditions, reading the pitch?
Yeah, I think somewhere there was a problem in reading the pitch, but 130 was not that hard to get. I think Mishra and Karan Sharma bowled really well. They didn't give any runs. I think they bowled 8 overs and gave only 30 odd runs, 30, 35. So the middle overs, the main reason was the middle overs in both the sides. They bowled really well middle overs. I think that economical middle overs led to the pressure on the Rajasthan Royals. And Rajasthan Royals in previous IPL has also like won matches in streak, 4 to 5 matches in streak, and then they have lost 4 to 5 matches in a streak. So I think they should be beware of that.
Right. Well, I think even in the post-match presentation, when Shane Watson was talking to Harsha, I think he also said that new ground, home ground or whatever, but they didn't read the conditions well either. They got it wrong. He admitted that, and he took the responsibility on his shoulders. Let me just say hi first to Rajesh. Rajesh, hi, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, why is it that everybody new who joins in the show is kind of shy? Rajesh, you want to say hi to us? You want to participate in the conversation? Unmute yourself and say hi. Okay, never mind. Let me just move on. Otherwise, this is going to take too much time. I want to throw a question out there, and I would love to hear your opinions on that one by one. And Puneet, are you there? Puneet, I want to ask you first, do you think Sunrisers Hyderabad has the best bowling unit in the IPL across all teams?
Yeah, I mean, as we have discussed it before, I have been saying this thing in last lectures as well. I believe Sunrisers Hyderabad has the best bowling attack in IPL, but their bowling is not clicking. But as we saw in the last match, their bowling did the trick, and they were up to the mark. and Bhuvi was bowling well, Stain was bowling well, and so did the Amit Mishra was in rhythm back again. In couple of matches he was concluded off to the park, but he regained his rhythm, and Karan Sharma has been bowling good. So I believe they have the best mixture of spin bowling and fast bowling. They have good spearheads in fast bowling and in spin bowling as well. That is going good in their favor.
Your thoughts on that? You agree with that? I know it's easy for you to say yes, being a Hyderabadi and supporting the team in all sorts of situations. But give us your honest feedback. Do you think they have the best bowling lineup in the IPL?
Yeah, Pankaj, they have a very good bowling lineup. I would not call it a best because in T20 format, nothing is the best when it comes to smashing the ball all around. Any bowler can be taken apart, including the likes of Narayan, who is really difficult to play. But I think whatever resources the Hyderabad team has in bowling, I think they're using it very well. If you look at a Karan Sharma, who a lot of people were surprised when a lot of teams, Punjab and Hyderabad, went after him hammers and tongs at the auction. But I think this performance is proving what exactly he brings to the table. If you see the way he's flighting the ball, and as per the situation, this guy balls. And yesterday's game, Pankaj, I want to point and praise a special person who I think has not got a mention at all is Amit Mishra in yesterday's game. I think his spell changed the entire game, because if you see Steve Smith and Binny were batting, and it was a difference of 10 or 12 balls were separating the runs. Couple of big hits and they would had run a ball target. But I think the way Amit Mishra bowled was beautiful. I think that one game which he was dropped, I think he really is a all the cricketers take a lot of pride in representing their teams, and Amit Mishra being one and performing so consistently, that drop did not go down well with him, and it worked well for the Hyderabad Sunrisers. So I'm really happy that I think players like these who are taking the play for granted need this kind of a wake up call. And I think if you see how what he did yesterday, it was fantastic to see him bowl.
All right, wonderful. There were two things about Mishri that I want to mention. One, I felt that he was still bowling a little quicker in the air. Being a slow pitch, he probably could have slowed it down. What do you say about the run out? What the hell was he doing? Was he like strolling in the park? I mean, I'm tired of watching that video being shared across social media over and over. I'm just tired, and it just never gets old. I mean, what the hell was he doing? Keshav, क्या कर रहा था यार अमित मिश्रा?
मेरे को लगता है इरफान पठान के ऊपर गुस्से में था या सॉरी केशव गो अहेड.
Keshav, are you there? Okay, before the joke gets old, let me go to Mridul. Mridul, give us your thoughts यार. क्या कर क्या रहा था अमित मिश्रा ये? मतलब टहलने निकला था? टहलते भी आप उससे तेज हो यार?
पता नहीं. I think he was like Imam said, he was just angry on Irfan Pathan. And the Faulkner match, first Samson match, then Faulkner match, and on the third attempt Samson hit. So like Amit Mishra was not aware that Samson will hit. He was just walking around. It was like very funny, and not an international cricketer like him should deal with it like it.
Yeah, I know. So he was completely unaware, and it just it became funny. Why? Because it took 3 times. They had to throw 3 times to the stumps from a distance of probably 5 yards to get him out. I think that's what made it funny, but it was very silly. And I agree with you, Mridul. You don't expect that sort of performance from an international cricketer. That's like schoolboy stuff. Even in schoolboys, your captain will reprimand you big time if you do something like that. But but okay. All jokes aside, that was a one-off incident. I hope that was a one-off incident for Mishi, and he realizes that he was the butt of all jokes as of now, and he kind of picks himself up and focuses on his bowling, which as Imam said, he's been that drop really helped him. But one mention which I've not heard from anybody, not even the experts, not even all talk on social media, is about those 35 runs, 35 runs scored, classy runs scored by Shikhar Dhawan. On such a difficult track, where all 21 batsmen struggled, barring Shikhar Dhawan. He was the only one who just looked comfortable and ready. His punches, his high elbow was superb. but somehow nobody has given him a mention across anywhere. I mean, I felt that was a beautiful blazing innings because of the fact that first he was out of form. Secondly, it was a very difficult wicket to bat on as we saw as the match progressed. I mean, it was a sluggish wicket, but he just punched the ball beautifully. I mean, Imam, give us your thoughts, yeah. Imam, sorry, before I go to you, I see we have a new face, Mayank. Mayank, are you there with us? Mayank,
Pankaj,
can you
I'm here.
unmute yourself and say hi?
I can hear you. Hi everybody.
Wonderful, Mayank. First of all, where are you coming in from?
I'm coming from Pune.
Pune, fantastic. So give us your thoughts, yeah. What did you think?
See, as far as yesterday's match, I truly agreed with you. Shikhar shot his way, by the way, and I couldn't understand that dismissal of Amit Sharma. My focus is that because the game was totally fantastic till the end, and Sunrisers bowled really very well. But at international level, if you are showcasting yourself just as if you are playing a gully cricket or what, so I can't understand what's the reason behind that. Is there any is there any gap between the team members or something like that? The dressing room is not good or whatever.
No, obviously I can't speak for Mishi here, and I don't think
Yes,
anybody can. And I'm certain
I
that
respect him a
Amit
lot.
Sharma
He's a nice
himself
player, I
doesn't
know.
want to give an explanation because I rest assured there can't be any. Okay, I think he just was expecting that he should have gotten out when Faulkner picked the
Yes,
ball. He gave up
yes,
on
yes.
that. He thought up to gaya hi hai. And when he missed
Very
the
right,
ball,
exactly.
Faulkner, I think he didn't just expect that Samson's gonna take another shot at it, and he was just looking
Yeah.
back. I think at Irfan, I think it was
Yes, exactly.
on the other end. He was
Maybe
just
he
looking at
wanted
him, कि क्या
Irfan
हो
to
रहा है ये
get
सब?
strike.
And it was
Yeah,
good presence of mind on Sanju's front to actually get that done. But
absolutely.
it was funny as hell. I mean, it gave us our money's worth, so to speak. Not exactly,
Yes,
international cricketer standards, but it can happen. It can happen to the best of us who somehow just lose track of where they are. So it can happen, yeah. And Amit Mishra is not exactly one of the most agile and nimble on their feet kinds. So, so let's just take it in
yes,
good spirit and just move on.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
the question I want to ask Puneet if he's there with us. Also, let me just go to Sunny first. Sunny, I mean, how good was Bhuvneshwar Kumar?
So what can I say about him? He was absolutely brilliant with the ball. As we have seen in the first spell also, and after that in the second spell also. Nowadays he has become a good bowler in the depth as compared to past 5 to 6 months. Uh, Nowadays he's almost like an asset for any team if any of the team have him.
I think he's not just like an asset. He is a wonderful asset to any side that he is representing. And I agree with that, Sunny. Thank you for those thoughts. It's not often. It's not often that this happens where Bhuvneshwar Kumar outshines the number one bowler in the world, Dale Steyn, and he did that. And Imam, I'm going to go to you. I want a quick thought from you on Bhuvi. Before we went on air, we were talking briefly about it. Just give us your thoughts now, so that everybody or viewers can have a listen. Yeah.
Well, I think bowling really, really well, Pankaj. Whatever he's doing, he knows that he has his limitations in terms of his pace. So I think the way he's using his wrist, and a lot of stress said about him a couple of months ago, where people were saying his incoming delivery is gone, he's no longer using it, and all that stuff. But you also have to look at the conditions changing, the format changing. So I guess now the ball which moves away from the right-hander causes a lot of problem in T20 cricket because they want to go after the ball, and an incoming delivery will just help them. So I think he's bowling beautifully at the moment, and I think Steyn bowling at the other end is complementing him really, really well. These two players are hunting in tandem is what I will say, because if Steyn is looked upon as a threat, they are playing out Steyn, and in terms of going after Bhuvi, they are giving their wickets to Bhuvneshwar Kumar and playing out Steyn. So I think that is how the teamwork goes, and that is how it should be. All right, I think we lost Pankaj for a moment. Let me carry on that question and throw that up to Puneet. Puneet, what do you say? What do you have to say about that particular game where about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar especially. Yeah, Puneet, can you please unmute yourself?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, what I saw yesterday, he was bowling on the line, and he was marshaled by Dale as well. Dale was talking to him. He was very talkative to him. He was telling him what to do and what not to do. What I'm feeling, Dale company is maturing him or grooming him for bowling. That's what I feel. And yesterday's game, he was bowling really very good. He was bowling Yorkers. He was bowling like on off stump line. He was bowling slow balls. That's what I feel. He has taken a leaf out of Dale Stein's book, and Dale Stein has taught him some good things as we saw in yesterday. But I feel Dale Stein's shadow has groomed Louis. That's
Absolutely.
my note.
Can't agree more. Absolutely. Well said, Puneet. Mridul, let me quickly go to you. I want to ask you, Mridul, about before we wrap up the last games, yesterday's games, discussion. Rajasthan Royals, renowned to be one of the better batting sides. Where do you think they lost that game, Mridul? Because they were going good. Rahane got out early. So I just want to know from you what were your thoughts about Rajasthan Royals? Where did they go wrong? And before you could answer, guys, can I request all of you to mute yourself and unmute it when your turn comes, please. Yeah, Mridul, go ahead.
Imam, I think Rajasthan Royals made the game in the middle over. Because when bowlers like Praveen Tambe and Rajat Bhatia bowled economically, actually they made the game for them. But when their batting came, they were struggling clearly against Mishra, Karan Sharma, and I think Moses Hafiz also bowled really well. So I think they really lost the game in the middle overs. I think middle overs are becoming very crucial in this IPL because teams like Punjab are experimenting in the middle overs and teams which have powerful bowling attack, they are consolidating the other team in the middle overs. So I think middle overs is becoming very crucial in this IPL. And I think there were sometimes they were not trying to strike the ball. They were playing very defensively to Mishra and Karan Sharma. I think they should have tried to strike Mishra once in a while, but they failed. They were not reading the balls very great, and I think they lost in the middle overs.
Perfect.
But yeah, I must say I really liked Sanju Samson's six over Dale Steyn. I think that was a very great shot. I think that was the moment for me for the match.
Absolutely. I completely agree there, Mridul, because I think all what we want to see is the future of Indian cricket. And whenever I see a guy like Samson, he is just so nice to the eye. It's so nice to watch him. Keshav, we were discussing about yesterday's game and the way we went about chasing the SRH team went about restricting the Rajasthan team. Before we move on, Rajesh, can I please request you to leave this group right away because we are here to talk about cricket and we will get back to you in the future. So thank you so much if you can leave. Yeah. So Keshav, my question is, if you can go ahead and talk about a bit of Rajasthan batting, where do you think they went wrong?
Well, I think short selection has to be somewhere blamed because the way Jinkya got out, he was just third ball of the game, and he was just trying to hit it through covers. When the target is so small and you have a good bowling attack in the opposition, you have to be a little cautious at the start. Doesn't matter in the first 6 overs you get a runner ball or maybe 40 runs. It won't matter because 135 is not that big a target. You have to go right from the start. So short selection one thing, and then the brilliant fielding of David Warner, which got Stuart Binney run out. I think it was the turning point of the game. Otherwise, Binney and Smith could have easily, taken Rajasthan to that chase. But overall, I'm